I'm getting excited. Right, okay. How do we start? Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel.
Perfect.
Right. I'm composed and I'm ready.
You got this, I believe in you.
So I didn't quite think of an intro to this video. Thank you so much for deciding to watch. This is my first ever video, so I'm a little bit nervous. Hence why I brought my lovely friend Soph along, because I was like, I can't do it. She has a YouTube channel, which is basically the whole reason I watched it. She went on a Disney trip with myself and I was obsessed. I think I've watched the video about 8 times. And I got so excited, so I was like, I'm gonna have a go doing it myself. You probably guessed why we're here from the title of this video, but we're going to Disney! I'm honestly so excited. And not only are we going to Disney, and this is a trip announcement, we're actually going on
Wednesday.
Which is literally like 4 days basically away from when we're filming this. And I honestly just can't wait to get there. We last went in
November? Just mid-November.
Yeah. Which was such a fun trip.
It was.
But a bit of a whirlwind. We went for 2 nights in Newport Bay. And I think if you were going to summarise our trip in one word...
Chaos.
Chaos. Literally, like, it was the trip of chaos. Like, it was so much good chaos, but so much that didn't exactly go wrong, but didn't happen how we thought.
But we can laugh about it now. We were stressed at the time, but we can laugh about it.
Yeah, definitely. But we're doing things very differently this time. For one, we're flying. I've never flown to Paris before, but...
Have you not?
No, I've only ever done the Eurostar or like when we drove with my parents. So this is my first time flying, but I love flying. I find it really calming, unlike Soph. But our Eurostar trip just was chaos in COVID. They had cancelled a bunch of the flights, and so we were like, well, we're going to fly this time. We're flying at like 7 in the morning as well, which will make it so we can have the majority of the first day in the parks, which we didn't get last time.
We pretty much do get the full 4 days, because we're going for 3 nights, but we get 4 days because we don't come back till like 9 PM, is it? On the
yeah, our flight's at 9 PM on the way back. Obviously, we're flying into Charles de Gaulle, and then we're either going to get the shuttle or Uber. We haven't booked either yet.
It depends what it's like when we get there.
Yeah, exactly. And because we're due to kind of arrive in between 2 shuttles, so we either get off really quick and get the first shuttle at 10, arrive to the park at like 11, or we have to wait till the 10:30 one, which we obviously will just set us back a bit. So we're hoping that we can get the first shuttle because that's like the cheapest option for us. This time we're going to be staying at Santa Fe.
Which I'm very excited for.
It is so cool. Like, Soph's a massive Cars fan. Like, massive Cars fan. So I think that'll be so exciting. And I have not stayed there for like the last 6 years.
I haven't stayed there at all, so this is my first time.
Has Key? No, Key's only been with you.
No, it's just me.
Oh my god.
No.
Yeah, so it's us 2 that are going and Soph's boyfriend Key. So it'll be the 3 of us, which will be so cute because all 3 of us went on the November trip with a couple of our other friends. So I feel like we kind of know what each other like to do at Disney, and we can just kind of have the best time because, like I've said, I love going to Disney with other people that love going to Disney. And I get so excited every single time I say I'm going to Disney. So yeah, we're just staying in one of the normal rooms. We kind of just picked one with 2 double beds because for me, I don't really care how close I am to the resort facilities because I rarely use them. Like we haven't booked the on-site restaurant for the resort.
No.
And like in terms of like the gift shop, I don't really care. Like I'm kind of, as long as my room is like in a nice like location, and it doesn't really matter how far away it is from the parks because I'll just walk it.
That was another thing with Newport Bay. That room was so far away.
We literally, I think we had the furthest hotel room away from the resort. I think they saw us and thought, get the riffraff away. Like, as I was checking us in, he was like, where is the furthest away room I can send this woman?
I think it took us a good 10 minutes to try and find them.
Well, it was it. Because me and James were checking in, you guys went to the resort room.
Yeah.
And we were walking and we were like, I feel like we're going the wrong way. Like, we just didn't seem to find our room. So I'm really hoping this one's a bit closer, especially because if I get a disability pass again, I really do not need to be trekking and like the extra 10 minutes that it was. But I also think Santa Fe's less up. It's more out in like random blocks. Like you have like separate block buildings, a
That's
bit like apartments rather than
that one. The
the Toy Story one. Yeah. Yeah, I still don't know, but yeah, so I'm really excited to be going back there. It's also like the same distance away basically as the Toy Story hotel. Like it's just you go that side of the bridge for Cheyenne or however you say it. Shein. It sounds like Shein. And Santa Fe's the other side. So I think it'll probably take us about 20 minutes. But if we want to grab a Starbucks in the morning, we can just hop across to Cheyenne rather than queuing at Disney Village, because that one can get insane in the morning. So we've already mentioned kind of when we last went. Obviously, because we didn't go for as long, we have a lot more on our list to do this time. We've booked a couple of Disney dining reservations, which we're very excited about, because we did last time, but
it was just, we just didn't get enough time in the park, so we just decided
to sacrifice like the 2-hour booking, because it was in the middle of the day. So we actually had I can't remember what it's called, like Chez Remy, I think that's what the restaurant's called, or Bistro Remy. We had that booked and we were so excited, but we wouldn't have been able to see the parade in daylight because obviously we went like midwinter. And we just decided that we wanted to see the Christmas parade more than we wanted to go to Remy's, because Remy's always going to be there. Like we can go no matter what trip. So we're very excited about the Disney dining. And also I think I really want to go around some of the resorts this time. I know. Especially because I've never been to Sequoia Lodge and I've never stayed at the Art of Marvel Hotel.
If you're wearing a Toy Story band, you need to go
I know. I've got some cow print trousers that I've been like, these need to go to Disney. And yeah, I think that's going to be...
I think the Marvel Hotel is what I'm looking forward to the most, because we were going to do that last time, but we just never got the time to do it.
A lot of it was like we just didn't get the time. No. So now we've given ourselves plenty of time. Like I kind of would say like the minimum amount of time that you'd want to spend in a Disney park is 2 full days, preferably 3 days. And we've basically got 4.
Yeah.
Which would just mean we can do everything a bit slower, a bit more at our own pace. If we want to grab a snack, like I want to grab about 12 waffles. So I need time throughout the 4 days to get my waffle
everything.
I think like it's going to be so exciting because like the Illuminations is out, which we didn't get to see last time.
No.
The 30th anniversary like drone show, that looks amazing. The parade looks insane. I've seen so many Instagram stories, a couple of YouTube videos of people at there for the 30th, and I've been like, that should be and it's going to be me next week. I think, yeah, it's just, this trip's going to be mainly about like just absorbing all the Disney. And then for Key,
the parade is back as well.
Yeah, it's gonna be like parade central. Like I think the 30th parade is on like 4 times.
Yeah.
So we're gonna literally, you could just camp out in Main Street and just absorb characters, which is my favourite way to see characters. Like I don't mind going and meeting characters, but I'm so socially awkward when it comes to like hugging them, or if they can talk and they start asking you, and I'm like, I've forgotten how to speak. I don't know how to speak.
Some people can talk to characters so well. And then there's me that's just like, hi.
And it's like if you meet a princess, and like I remember meeting Rapunzel once, and she was like, oh, I've got my handy frying pan with me, and I was like, me too. I don't have a frying pan with me. I literally just panicked. And like Tiana, she was like, oh, I've been making some gumbo with my friends, and I was like, can I have some? Like I just don't know what to say to them. So I think that's why I prefer meeting like Mickey and Donald and that lot, because their characters are so exaggerated. I normally just end up like wearing like a Donald or Daisy Duck pin, and they're like, oh, you're wearing a pin, and I'm like, yeah, perfect, smile, hug, photo, bye.
See you later.
So yeah, the parades are just so much easier, and I find it so fun watching, and apparently the music for the 30th is meant to be insane. So I'm going to try and like vlog what I can while I'm there, but I get so distracted so easily. I do apologise if there's some big jumps.
We just kind of want to live in the moment as well, so not let the whole vlog take
so
over.
I fully plan on vlogging this trip. I just don't know what format that's going to be, whether it's going to be like a travel vlog or like broken into days. I know that that's what quite a few people do on YouTube. But for me, I'm just going to film what I can remember to film, because this is basically for me to look back on, and I always find it really helpful whenever I'm going to somewhere. Like if people are going to the 30th, I want this to be a place that they can come and kind of get a hint as to what to see. So I'm buzzing to try,
especially
a bunch
if
of the
they've
snacks.
never been before.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like sometimes Disney's like adverts and stuff, they give all like the sneak peeks of like the the characters. And the reality is, the characters aren't just walking around that you can run up and grab a photo with. Like, you can grab a photo as they walk by, but they don't stop. So I think, like, vlogs for me are always such a good way to find out kind of what the Disney experience is like for, like, the average person. Definitely. Find out some sneak peeks. Like, I think it's quite interesting to see how people spend their day. Like, every day we started at the same ride. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know, like, Soph's boyfriend Key is obsessed with, like, the big rides. Oh, yeah. Like, I think if he had
We'll be watching the parade, he'll be off doing the rides.
Yeah, he'll just be, like, looping Big Thunder Mountain, just be like, don't take me off this ride.
Hyperspace, you mean?
Oh, yeah, that's Hyperspace. Oh, my God. Every morning, if you don't head to Hyperspace, Key's headed to Hyperspace. You're just running after him. Like, at that point, there's no stopping him. No. But no, I think it's going to be such a fun trip.
Can't wait.
And I think it's going to be, like, a good amount of hectic. Like, we can be hectic when we want to be, but if we want to stop for a snack, we don't have to do what we were doing last time. Oh, no. Like, we did pretty much every ride in the Disney parks in one day. And we were, like, extra magic hours right up to closing at, like, 10:30. Then we went for dinner. We went for dinner at Annette's, and I think we were basically falling asleep in our food. So even though people say Disneyland Paris is so small, I think because you go for so little time in comparison to Walt Disney World, it can be still such hectic days. That's why I do quite like it when you have that balance of the parks closing earlier and later. Yeah. Because when it closes earlier, you actually have that self-care to go to bed at a reasonable time and then not wake up at, like, what was it, like 6 o'clock we were waking up? Soph even earlier. Soph was up at bloody like 5 a.m. I'm sorry. Yeah, well. So,
5 a.m, not quite.
Well, that's what it felt like. To be fair, it was dark for the majority of the time because it was midwinter, so I had no idea what the time was. So that's basically the summary. If we just do a quick summary of everything, because I know that we have spoken about a lot of random different bits in this. So we're going on Wednesday. Obviously, like, a March trip is something I've not done before. Like, the weather's meant to be a bit, like, temperamental, like, quite warm, but then chilly in the evenings. That's what we've kind of got from other people. Yeah. So I think our plan is going to be wrap up, but in layers that are easy to take off. Yeah. Just so that we can kind of judge the temperatures. We're obviously staying at Santa Fe, which Soph and myself are really excited for. It's one of the value resorts, but I think they've actually put the effort into theming the rooms, which Sequoia Lodge, like, from my impression, kind of doesn't have that so much. I know that they've just renovated it, though.
I've stayed at Sequoia Lodge, but I was 7, 8 at the time.
Yeah, so I don't think you're paying much attention to the decor. And then we're obviously flying and then either getting the shuttle or Ubers. But I think they're both quite similar experiences. Uber's obviously a bit quicker but a bit more expensive. But because there's the 3 of us, it probably will work out a similar price. So I think that should be, like, pretty simple. I think in terms of travel, it seems very simple. We're getting dropped off at the airport as well because parking and, like, that whole situation is just something that is an extra cost and that I just didn't need to deal with. So my lovely dad is waking up at like 3 a.m. So
oh, bless him.
Praise be to him to get us there on time and then back to work. But I think it's going to be an awesome 4 days, and I really hope you enjoy watching the vlogs when they come out, and I hope this hasn't been too chaotic for you. So snip it into how fast my brain works. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you did like it, feel free to subscribe or like, obviously, and tap the notification bell because you'll be notified as to when my travel vlogs come out. But I think that's kind of it.
And this is where the editing comes into play.
You'll never see this. I feel like we've covered this.
Yeah, good round up.
Yeah.
Hope you look forward to it.